Angel Residence, and joining me is Mike Freeman with Red Valley Landscape and Construction. And you guys have been maintaining this landscape for about 3 years, is that correct?
Correct. We originally did the original installation back in 2012, and it's kind of just continued to grow into what you see here today.
And I have to say, it's a beautiful entrance to the home here. It's a little bit not your typical straight sidewalk coming in from the driveway. I love these pavers that you've used here.
We do quite a bit of paver, especially here in the Oklahoma market with the soil conditions and the earthquakes, and they're all done on gravel base, so you don't have to worry about the cracking as you typically do with concrete.
And you have those nice grass breaks in there too.
Yeah, so this design, we actually came in and wanted a nice clean look, so we kind of softened it up a little bit with some of the grass in between the joints. So we have zoysia between the pavers here, which kind of just softens it up and gives a nice clean approach right to the front of the house.
And you have each side of the house flanked with these Hentges crepe myrtles. Are they Hentges?
Hentges crepe myrtles, single trunks. So the homeowner kind of wants something a little more formal, but still some of the naturalness of the grasses and the daylilies, so it wasn't so structured and high maintenance.
Right.
So.
And you've got, I love this. I've never seen this done really with miscanthus grass, and you've got some, looks like the Mexican pebbles stacked around there.
So yes, we did the Mexican beach pebbles with some gray decomposed granite, kind of fill in the joints so it prevents the weeds and the grass of popping up between the rocks. So it's just a different look, very clean. Very simple, it's elegant. It's
nice. It creates kind of columns almost coming into the entrance here. And you guys have worked a lot on the irrigation. So for instance, we have a pot right here on top of the mailbox, but that is connected to irrigation?
We do have drip irrigation, just like we do in flower pots. When we built the mailbox, we come in, we do the irrigation. So the homeowners aren't having to come out and hand water things. A lot of homeowners like the pots and things, but the watering, they leave on vacation in June, July, August, and they come back and all the plants are dead. So we irrigate all our pots at Red Valley.
Plus using yucca, I mean, that's kind of a hard place to plant on top of a mailbox. It's getting a lot of heat right there.
A lot of heat, a lot of sun, but they're very hardy. I like to use them as more of a focal point. And Homer kind of gave me the will here to kind of do as I see. And so we introduced those in a couple areas throughout the property.
It's very nice. Now, looking at some more of the hardscape that you guys have done, these are pavers actually on the driveway here?
Yes, these are a Bellegarde paver. It's Arbel, Mega Arbel, and it's bordered with Urbana. This particular color is called Brittany Beige. It's the most popular color that we do in the state of Oklahoma with the red soils. It helps hide a lot of those stains. So we use a lot of this. Probably about 70% of our jobs are done in this color scheme. But the nice thing about pavers is they don't crack. They don't have to, you don't have to do maintenance to them.
Unlike just stamped concrete or something like that.
Exactly. So stamped concrete looks great the first year or 2 years, and then eventually you get your cracks in there. Where pavers, whether it's, you go to sell the house 12 months down the road or 10 years down the road, it looks great.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to see the backyard. Let's go take a look. Wow, what a beautiful oasis back here and a nice refreshing pool.
Definitely a backyard where you can relax, enjoy poolside while the kids are hanging by the fire pit, or you got the outdoor kitchen in this backyard as well. So
did you guys design all of this, or did you just come in and do the landscaping? A lot of times people will call a landscape company just for the landscaping.
Right. So Red Valley Landscape and Construction, we're a full service company where we can come in and do the design, the installation from pools, pavilions, structures, concrete, pavers, landscape irrigation, and lighting.
Okay, and that's important because it ties together so much, right?
Very important. Kind of takes a lot of stress off the homeowner, so they're not having to find a landscape guy, an irrigation guy, and a pool guy, and then they're not working together.
Right.
Kind of having one person see the big picture, it definitely makes the project design get implemented seamlessly.
Yeah, and you can tell it's a cohesive landscape that flows with the hardscape and the other usable spaces out here. I know a lot of times homeowners think if they have a yard that looks like this, it's high maintenance, but it seems like you have some plants that are fairly low maintenance back here.
Well, not all landscape has to be high maintenance. You can incorporate plant material here, such as the pink muley grasses and your miscanthus grasses and perennials that become low maintenance. While not every homeowner wants to be out here in the yard Saturday and Sunday.
They want to be in the pool, don't they?
Pool enjoying it. So that's where Red Valley, what we do is, one, we listen to the clients and see what they're looking for, and how do we kind of maximize the most color in their project to make sure that they get the most color year round.
And you've got a lot of annual color under the trees here, but also you've got some perennial color with the altheas and the crossvine and the crepe myrtles as well.
Those, as well as daylily and the May night salvias, are some of our favorites.
And we've got a beautiful fire pit, it looks like, for those winter nights.
The homeowner's got a lot of grandchildren, so she wanted a place for all her grandchildren to be able to come out here and do s'mores for dessert, or when she entertains, be able to hang out fireside. So we went with a little bit larger one than normal. Makes room for about 12 to 14 people, so makes those cool evenings enjoyable.
Plenty of room to make s'mores and roast some hot dogs there. And another aspect that we can't forget about here is this beautiful arbor, which is not your traditional 4-post arbor. It's more of a linear shape, but it adds nice shade to the pool here.
Adds shade and kind of gives an architecture element to the backyard with a nice single beam trellis. We've planted wisteria vines on it, so as they continue to grow, you'll really see less and less of the arbor. We complemented it with some nice hanging baskets with seasonal color, as well as some landscape lighting, so in the evening time it's kind of all lit up and kind of highlights the focal points of the backyard.
And again, all of these pots are irrigated, correct? With
Correct.
Irrigation?
Yep.
Adding to the low maintenance factor again?
The low maintenance, kind of just set the irrigation controller and let it water itself.
What I have to mention here that I love about this is we're in a typical backyard, a new development, a fairly new development with new houses being built around here. So there's not a lot of trees, but you guys have installed quite a diversity of trees.
Correct. We came in, we installed about 16 trees in this backyard. One of the issues here was the roof lines. You walk out your back door and you see your neighbor's roof line or the kids next door in the trampoline. So here we tried to make it feel like there was no other houses nearby. So if they're entertaining, they're not having to see what's going on in the backyard.
Right. And the wind blowing through just kind of helps distract some of that noise as well.
It does, and we planted some nice native trees, the Oklahoma redbuds, pond cypress, the lacebark elms or ollie elms, and of course the desert willows, which are great for when the wind's blowing in Oklahoma. You get some of that swaying and kind of softens it up a little bit.
And you'll have a lot of winter interest with the bark from all of those trees as well.
That's one of my favorite things about the river birches in the wintertime. To me, the tree's more beautiful in the wintertime than during the summer and spring. So it's seeing that bark.
Well, I just love the combination of the hardscape and the softscape with all the different plants you've used here. Thank you for sharing your design with us.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you.
We have only provided a small sample of the beautiful gardens that you will experience on this year's tour. You can find more information about the tour, descriptions of the homes, and ticket locations on the Oklahoma Horticultural Society's website, ok-hort.org. We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. You can also find even more videos on our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.